Hi everyone, very good evening to you. Okay, Ying Jie here. I think it's been a while since I last did a webinar for TA, right? I see some familiar names around, right? So I think Zain is away for June, so I will be covering for him for today and also maybe on the 24th. Okay, so probably just one or two sessions of TA. Okay, so before I start this webinar proper, I just want to highlight is my TA. I mean my the way I do TA, right? Like TA webinars is slightly different from Zain. Okay, so he has all the indicators and all the levels and everything, but mine is just going to do it very straightforward. You want what counter, you let me know in the Q&A. Okay, so what I will do is same thing. I mean the flow wise it will still be the same. I'll go through what data to look out for this week. Okay, then also I'll go through the market, the US indices. Then after that, I go into Max 7, okay, Magnificent 7. Then after that, I will just go into Q&A lah, basically. Okay, so the TA is how I will do it is you ask me, I mean, what counter you want to look at, you let me know. I will just look through and give you those key levels. Okay. Because unless you want me to talk about indicators, then fine. I will just throw in some and just share with you. Okay. Otherwise, I will just do it the straightforward way. What levels to look out for? How can you look at the counter itself? Okay. Then from there, what levels to just take note. Okay, so once again, thank you all for joining me on Monday night. Okay, it's 8 p.m. now. Okay, I will start this webinar now. Okay, so okay, to begin with, right, this is the calendar for this week. Okay, so I think nothing much. The key thing to take note of would be on our time, right? Okay, in Singapore would be Thursday morning 2 a.m. All right. Can you see my cursor over here? Like FOMC rate decision. Okay, that would be on Thursday 2 a.m. Okay, you see the timing here is all in the EST. Okay, US timing. Wait, let me just change this lah. I think okay. Okay, now all this is in Singapore time already. Okay, GMT plus 8. All right, so Wednesday night 8:30 before market open, we will have core CPI, CPI. All right. Then after that, Thursday we will have FOMC. Okay. Looking at the job data from last week, and also how gold has ran, right? USD has strengthened. Okay. So with USD strengthened, market sentiment itself is looking at the rates being unchanged. Okay. So in terms of market sentiments, this is the direction that everyone will have lah. Okay. They're just looking at it that the rate will remain the same. Okay, and also why USD is strengthening. Okay, but of course, I mean, for now it's all talk only lah. Okay, all air talk only lah. So you will only know on Thursday itself. Okay, but let's see whether later when looking through the chart itself, can we look for some opportunities for this week or the subsequent week. Okay, so data wise, yeah, Wednesday and Thursday, then I think that will be all for this week. Okay, then okay, let's look at charts already lah. We straight up just go into charts already. Okay, so I see some counters coming in. Okay, those Max 7 stocks the Magnificent 7 companies, right? You don't need to put it down. That one I will just go through. Okay, is everything else that you want me to share. Okay, but just keep it to US equities lah. Okay, I think this webinar we will just do US equities. Maybe if you want like I don't know, like I mean later if we got time then we can look at more. Okay, otherwise I will just solely keep it to US equities. Then also if you have any technical questions, right, like TA questions, TA related questions, you can just put in the Q&A as well. Okay, so the first one we are looking at Dow Jones. Okay, so basically, okay, my chart will be cleaner now. Okay, so I will just redraw. I will just draw everything again. Okay, sorry that it might just get slightly longer. Okay, I try my best to draw as fast as I can lah. Okay, so Dow Jones for now, I mean, quite obvious we are on an uptrend. Okay, recent down move. This is a weekly chart. Okay, if I were to draw a trend line, basically they are still on an uptrend. Okay, I think quite clear to see lah. So in recent weeks, right, if we are just looking at this area itself, the more recent area, okay, basically Dow Jones is still on the uptrend. Okay, you see a high first printed back in April, March. Then after that, recently we still having a higher high. Currently, we are still holding a higher low. Okay, only when price starts to break below this 37,000, right, then we would really have to be aware of the movement already. Otherwise, generally, Dow Jones, yes, it's slowing down. Okay, it might turn out to be a top, like a cap lah. Basically, they are forming a cap, right? But for now, generally, trend-wise, they are still uptrend. Okay, you have high, you have low, you have higher high, you have higher low. Okay, that's it. So this structure is probably going to stay like this until they start breaking 37,500 level. Okay, then maybe you might see the price coming down. Okay, lower. But even with price coming breaking this 37,500, doesn't mean it's straight up it's a down move and you short all the way. No, doesn't mean that way. Okay, because ultimately when we are looking at this 4-year horizon, right, 5-year horizon, Dow Jones is still uptrend. Even if they break the recent immediate level of demand, okay, Dow Jones is still on uptrend. Okay, jump into daily chart itself. Daily, nothing much. Okay, last Friday bear. Okay, but this bear technically is quite, I mean, it's quite expected lah, because this week we are looking at FOMC, right? So most of the investors and traders are more aware. Okay, they don't want to hold their position through the weekends. You have a lot of profit taking. Okay, so what we might be looking at is you have to see whether price can continue to hold about 38,800 level. Okay, they might, okay, because the FOMC coming in, definitely we will see a lot of movements. Okay, so they might be forming a level like this, okay, within this area of 38,200, 38,800. Okay, regardless, is basically, if you are just looking at this probably for June itself, okay, June itself, Dow Jones will be range bound. Okay, so the next one, let's take a look at Nasdaq. Okay, same thing. I will just quickly just draw on the weekly, then I jump into daily for you to see lah. Okay. Weekly, okay, same thing. I mean, basically the same pattern. It's just that Nasdaq itself is showing way stronger movements. Okay, I mean, obviously we have all the tech giants. You have Nvidia today stock split. Okay, yeah, Nvidia today stock split. Okay, so take note. You got positions, right? Or you already have one limit or market set in waiting to get filled. Okay, please take note. Once market open, Nvidia is going to trade at 100. I don't know, $100+ because they tend for one split. Okay, so basically, every share will just basically they just stock split lah. They have more shares now lah. Okay, so the price will get lower. Then you just think of a position, because your limit, if you put like you are still having limit at like $900, $800, right? Okay, that you place on Friday. Okay, you might just probably get filled when market open. Okay, or maybe they will just protect you lah, depends on which broker you use. Okay, but anyway, okay, back to the chart. Nasdaq uptrend also, even if I drag all the way to 2020, okay, this uptrend is more, I mean, it's more aggressive. Okay, we can see very clearly the movement itself is more, how do I call it? It's more steep lah. Basically, it's steeper. All right. So Nasdaq still uptrend. Basically, last week closing very strong also. Okay, but because it's so strong into an FOMC, into a FOMC meeting, right? Rate decision. I think you need to be slightly aware of your positions also. Okay, just be careful. Later we will jump into individual counters to take a look if there's anything. Okay, but otherwise, Nasdaq uptrend. Okay, but I would say it's a weak uptrend now. Okay, now that I jump into daily, you have a level that broke away, price continue to create higher high. Yes, good. But then Friday candle, you have a new all-time high, but get rejected at 19,000. Okay, is it something to be concerned of? Not really lah, unless you went in at the high lah. Okay, for any counters or even on your index itself. Okay, but otherwise, Nasdaq still uptrend. Okay, as long as they don't break below 18,250, which is over here. Okay, this level itself have to hold. Okay, they have to hold, then they create a new higher low to continue this higher high. Okay, otherwise without this movement, all right, they might still continue higher, but the steeper and faster they move upwards, right? Like, because we know that it's an uptrend already. So the faster they go, okay, without any formation of a new support or demand level, okay, it's just going to be very risky, because you don't know whether if price can sustain itself. Okay, if you are going for a very fast trade, okay, then fine, it's good. But if you are going to buy and hold, right, I don't think you should go in any position at the moment. Okay. Just this, okay, this is just based on the index itself. Okay. Counter-wise, later we see whether we can see any opportunity. Okay. Then last one, S&P 500. Okay. S&P 500, you see closing same as Nasdaq. Okay. Basically, they are still uptrend. Yes, very strong. But they hit into 5,370, get rejected. New all-time high, but get rejection. Okay, so I have to really take note of your position if you are in any. Okay, wait, just let me just draw a quick one. Just looking at the long-term movement itself. Okay, same, you see uptrend. Okay, most recent, they created a new range level over here for price to see if they can basically move higher or lower. Okay, this area here basically is called, I mean, there's a lot of terms to it. There's accumulation, distribution, base, range, whatever you call it lah. Okay, doesn't matter what's the term for this thing. Okay, this area of all these areas lah. Okay, you see movement moving like a W or M. Okay, doesn't matter what they are called. Okay, you just need to take note is as long as price can start to move higher or lower and continue to hold higher, for example SPY, okay, sorry, S&P 500, right? They break out of this area, continue to hold higher. Okay, over here they tried to go lower, fail to go, continue to sustain itself, now creating a new higher all-time high. Okay, so as long as price can continue to stay above this area, right, they would continue to try to whack into this 5,300 and 5,400 area. Okay, it's for sure one. Because why? If price cannot go down, means they only can go up lah, right? 50-50 ma, you cannot go down means you want to go up. As in price, sorry, not you. Okay, but simply put, okay, price don't move in one straight line. Okay, so they will always try to form this zigzag, which in the uptrend, you want to take note is there's a high, a low, a new higher high, a new higher low. Okay, then you have this continuation of uptrend. Okay, so for now, like same just now the Nasdaq chart is still the same also. If price can continue to hold above this previous area that they basically they tried to go lower lah, it's quite obvious. You see, they from 5,200 plus, they try to go down to below 4,900, right? So they try going lower. Okay, but from all this movement itself, you have a new breakout area, you have price sustaining itself. We know that, okay, for now price is not going down yet. Okay, so as long as price don't break this 4,900, right, basically they are still on uptrend. Even if they can come back into this area at 5,100, right, basically they are still in the uptrend. Okay, you want to see even clearer, you just draw one trend line lah. The trend line is whether you want to put, don't put, is up to you. Okay, for me, I think this kind of chart very easy to see whether uptrend or downtrend lah. So I don't want to put a chart lah, because I mean the more you draw, the more confusing it gets, because more and more things inside. Okay, but personally I will just look at it this way. Okay, as long as they can continue to hold above this area, right, then technically they are still on uptrend. Okay, then I go into a few more like commodities. Okay, gold, oil, maybe Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin considered a commodity? I don't know. Okay, but I just go through it. Then any other commodities you want to see, or any like dollar, DXY, you want to see or not? You want to see, you put yes or no in the chat. Let me know. I will just go through a quick one. Okay. Okay, go. Wow, go last week. You see, last week $100 drop, $100 movement this candle. It's daily chart it's not a weekly chart You look for free it's a daily chart Okay, so last week the movement came in 2,390, slam all the way to 2,200, 2,288. Okay, what caused this movement was because China say they going to stop buying gold. Okay, so with the stop of buying gold means you don't have the demand, so people start to view it as a negative. I mean, basically not negative lah. Basically, they view it as a bearish market sentiments. Price is to go lower. Okay, but that doesn't mean you straight out short. Why? Because currently price is basically in a demand level. Okay, it's the same story as just now all the other whatever I said. You have price coming off into a range level. Okay, so now basically they are still stuck in this level from 2,280 to 2,400. Okay, it's still a range level, so they are basically range bound. Oh, yes, last week very bearish, but that doesn't give you a confirmation that price is going to continue lower. Okay, because overall you see, look at the trend itself, it's still uptrend. Okay, we have a new higher high, we don't have a new. I mean, basically here, if they can sustain itself and break back into 2,390, right, we are still continuing this uptrend. Okay, the only time this area might change, this immediate area might change, right, is when price starts to close below 2,280. Okay, then we might start to see a shift in this market structure on the short term. Why? Because this whole movement here itself is too fast. Okay, we don't know if price can sustain itself over here. We don't know price can sustain itself over here. Okay, so the only time when this start of the drop, the real drop coming in, right, is probably at the break of 2,280. Okay, once price starts to close below, then you just take note of your long positions if you have any. Right, this is on gold. Okay, then gold also, I mean, is correlated to equities. If gold is going to go down, by right, people are more risk on. Okay, they are more willing to buy into riskier assets. Right, because gold itself is a safe haven. If come down, I mean, depends on how we look at it. But this movement itself is generally from DXY, which is the US currency strengthening, and also China. They basically, I think, I cannot recall whether it's limit or they stop buying gold, right? So there's no demand, price is just going to come down. Okay, but regardless, this level, current level, is a very strong support. Okay, we would probably see price coming back up into a 2,326 before any movement, any rejection, basically. Okay, then next one will be US oil, WTI. Okay, hang on now, let me just. Okay, WTI basically range bound I I I mean, since the last time I talked about WTI, I think until now it's still in the range bound area. Okay, this is on the weekly chart. Okay, nothing much to really talk about. We are just basically stuck in this whole area of 69, which is $70 to $90. Okay, 70 to 90, they are just stuck here. Okay, so is it still on an uptrend? Technically, I would just say it's a range bound. There's nothing. I mean, if you are looking at oil, I don't know how you want to touch this thing. Fast game maybe can. Okay, you might be looking. Okay, immediate area. We might be looking at a break of this 87. Maybe you can touch into 100. Okay, but otherwise, other than that, I think oil nothing interesting to really talk about. Okay, so I will just leave it as oil WTI is in a range bound. Okay, then okay, Bitcoin. I don't know if you all want me to talk about it. I will just talk since Zane talks about Bitcoin as well. Okay, Bitcoin. Okay, sorry, not this one. Okay, I just use any of the Bitcoin chart okay, so Bitcoin recent weeks they have been running quite strong. I mean, quite strongly. All right, previous level all time high, very obvious. We had it at 68,000. Okay, this was the previous level that price got rejected all the way down to 15K, 17K. Okay, now price starts to come back up. Okay, so basically, is it on uptrend? I mean, Bitcoin, this kind of thing, I very hard to tell you uptrend or downtrend. Okay, because it basically started from nothing. Okay, then back in 2021, we had this whole movement from hype itself. Okay, just keep pushing. Suddenly, a lot of people flooding the crypto market, right? So generally, if we just put it simply, right, is yes, it's on an uptrend. Okay, because a lot of people are just interested to make this fast money now. Okay, basically, right? But is there still more room? I don't know where's the target. A lot of people are talking about 100K, right? 100K, how long will it take to go? It might be very fast, it might be very slow. Okay, but important thing to note. Okay, 58,000, 60,000 have to hold. Okay, for any more continuation of this up move. All right. I think I just box like that Okay, basically the movement itself coming off the previous rejection level. Now price is the same idea. Okay, you have price coming in, breaking above the range level, coming back down, failed to go down lower, sustaining itself. Okay, as long as they create a new higher high above this 74,000. Okay, we would probably be seeing Bitcoin itself moving higher. Okay, same structure. The structure will always remain on. You need to know in the uptrend you have a high low, higher low. Downtrend opposite side only You have a high low, you have a lower low, lower high. That's it. Okay, so the key thing, because for this zigzag movement, right, what you need to really be clear to find out, right, is whether price can sustain itself after breaking a key level. Okay, basically breaking away from the previous levels itself, right? Okay, so Bitcoin, now take note, 58, 60,000. So 58 to maybe like 62, 63,000. Okay, basically this guy over here, okay, this area. Okay, so with that, okay, maybe we just look into US currency. Okay, Same thing. Okay, now I look at it range bound. Nothing much to talk. FOMC coming up. Okay, so we see lah, because you see now they are hanging on to this supply area, this higher band of this range area. Okay, let's see if they can sustain. If they can really move higher, right? Oh, then you need to take note of your equities already. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, I will go into Max 7. Okay, Max 7 counters one by one. I will go through. Okay, so in Q&A, I think there's some counters asked, like you asked about a few counters already, right? Okay. Okay, Apple. Hang on, I just see whether I need to redraw lah. Basically, I think this area, this lines, I don't know when I draw it. It's probably one of the webinars, okay, but it's still looking at the. I mean, if I were to just talk to you about Apple now, right, it's still going to be the same thing I'm going to talk to you about. Okay, it's still in the range bound. Okay, I just drag all these boxes further lah. Okay, it's basically in the range bound area. Okay, what to do now? If you are still not in Apple, right, then basically nothing to do. Okay, because I think with FOMC coming up and also with uncertainty whether rates will remain unchanged or will they lower the rates, right? I think for now, even if Apple can go higher, right, I think a better way to really look at it, right, is if price can continue to hold above 200. All right, if they can, same thing, if they can do the zigzag and they hold above that 200 level, right, then yes, maybe you might start to think to, okay, maybe I can look at Apple again. Okay, if they hold. Okay, if they don't hold, then same thing lah, they will just come back and play in this range area for, I mean, you see they've been playing from last year June. Yes, this range is quite huge, $30 movement, okay, up and down. But if price is just not going to hold itself above 200, right, then there's no way you can really make any up. There's no room for you to really make any profits, right? At least in this short term wise lah, okay, within this month, 2 months kind of period. Okay, yes, Friday close bullish, but it doesn't tell you anything. Okay, because price is still stuck here lah. It's basically still stuck in this area. Okay, so two things to note: key level 200. Okay, anything price might come down back to 180. Okay, 180 don't have 160 range. Okay, this is Apple. Next one, Microsoft. Microsoft also quite strong okay. I think all the Max 7 counters all very strong now. Okay, let's see. I will just say that Microsoft. Okay, because one more thing, just before I continue even more counters, okay. The way I'm going to look at chart, from now until the end of this webinar, right, it's just going to be like this, okay. I'm not going to show you any indicators, okay. I'm not going to draw you any trend line. I'm just going to tell you key levels based on how I look at it, okay. So, if you really want me to throw in some other things, then you must let me know, okay. If not, I won't. I will just show you how I look at it, okay. Because market is just going to run the same way every time. They got a rally, they will form a range, okay, which is whatever term you want to call it, a base accumulation, distribution, okay. Then they will have either another rally or drop. All right, so I just going to keep it as simple as that. And maybe to you, you might just think that, okay, the top part is called resistance, the bottom is support. I mean, you want to look at it that way, fine, can also. Okay, but one thing to note is, as long as price can clear the resistance, okay, which is the supply level, once they can clear all the sellers, right, basically price will try to move higher. Okay, so when they start to move higher, you just need to take note, are you with the market structure? Market structure wise, meaning to say, if you are on the uptrend, you are in buys, you have a high low, you want to look for a higher high. Okay, even if price were to reject, you need to have a new higher low. Okay, so that's it, very simple one. Don't need to, I mean, I don't know lah. I mean, I never think until so much lah. I just look at it simply. Okay, as long as price, as of now, like Microsoft now, very simple to see. You have a range bound, right? Price very obvious, stuck in 400 to 430. Okay, this line I just draw one line, it doesn't mean it's just this price only. Okay, I mean, you want, for ease of referencing, you can draw a box. Okay, otherwise you don't want, you can just draw a line. Okay, but basically what I give you the line itself, right, is basically to just tell you that, okay, you just need to take note from the level of demand or supply, where will price more likely to reject. Okay, but for now, still range bound, okay, for Microsoft. I don't think there's anything much to do lah. It's same as Apple. Okay, if they cannot, I mean last week they try lah. I mean 2 weeks ago, right? They tried to go above this 430, go up, reject, go up, reject, go up, reject. You see all these bull candles over here sitting there, meaning to say what? Means all the buyers are basically just matching the sellers, right? So and after that price drop already, means end of the day there are more people trying to sell or profit taking from here, right? Because if you are in, you see, if you are in early 24, right? Basically until here, wow, you profit already, ma. So it's at this point, range bound, you have nothing to do. Just sit on your hand first, sit until okay, either price come to 400 or price start to break 430. Okay. Otherwise, for now, I mean, unless you want to play fast game lah, you want to go intraday, right? Intraday can 410, no? Okay. Otherwise, really, there's nothing much to really talk about for Microsoft. I think all these big techs I think I will just keep saying the same thing because it should look the same It should Google, okay, Google. Let's see Okay, they are still on uptrend. All right, still on uptrend. We have new higher high, we have new higher low. Okay, but recently Friday they reject. Okay, two things to take note for Google. Okay, if they break below 170 or 180. Okay, this 180 very important okay, because if you look at this movement itself for Google, they have a gap up from earnings, right? Price straight away. Okay, sorry, they gap down, subsequent day gap up okay, from earnings itself Okay, basically these 2 days is you just take it as is the earnings period, right? Then after that price starts to form this area, they created a high 178.77. Okay, so this high it becomes a very important level that price needs to continue to hit higher. Okay, because if you take note they came down. Okay, price start to hold itself above 170, right? Then last week they try going higher into this 178 again. Okay, but Friday itself very strong rejection coming in from 177. Okay, so if Google fail, okay, Alphabet fail to create a new high, okay, new higher high, which is higher than 178.77, right? Okay, you need to take note because for now this range itself, right, they might be looking to go lower. Okay, so 2 things to take note I mean, okay, all this is just my own observation okay, my analysis. Okay, what I think, I mean, what I look at it, how I look at Google itself is if they don't clear above, I mean, they don't clear above this previous high, right? And they create a new low over here first, okay, you need to take note because they will just probably be playing at the lower end of this range. Okay, because it's the same thing. Even, I mean, yes, uptrend. Yes, eventually will run. Okay, there's a lot of, I mean, in trading itself, okay, there's a lot of time horizon. Everyone looks at different holding period, like how long you're going to invest or are you going to trade. Okay, so what I'm giving you now, right, is not like, wow, this is for 5 years or 10 years okay, I just telling you what I look at it. Okay, what might be happening within this 1 to 2 months. Okay, because after that when Zane come back, then he probably going to share with you again right? So what I'm doing now is I just giving you an outlook of maybe 1 month, okay, or maybe 6 weeks, 8 weeks, right? It's just this duration, what I think that they will do, okay, based on what I'm looking at right? So if they don't create a new higher high, okay, and it comes down to make a new lower low first, I mean a new lower low of this area, then they probably be playing at this lower end, okay. But if from here this bearish they still holding, then they start to move higher, right? Okay, then next question is still the same as the Apple and Microsoft, same thing. Okay, whether price can hold itself above. Okay, because if they can hold above, you don't need to scare. I mean, yes, there's another, I mean, there's a lot of thought process in trading okay, even in investing, because a lot of people will ask me, hey, then why I don't buy at lower price, I want to buy at higher price, right? Standard questions. Okay, I buy higher price, wow, my SL even further. I buy lower price, but you know confirmation, how you know price going to go higher? It can go lower and even lower, right? So to me is, if depends on how long you're going to hold it. Okay, always make sure that you have the price in your favor first. Okay, the structure in your favor, then you look to see whether you buy. Okay, it's not about whether price is cheap or expensive Okay, is because what is expensive, right, can get more expensive. You see, it's like Singapore GST keep going higher, right? Whatever we buy also more expensive, right? Last time we think COE very expensive already, now also even more expensive, right? So it's basically it's just market sentiments, right? People want to buy, they don't care how much, they just want to buy. People want to sell, they don't care how much, they just want to sell, right? So for this, just take note lah. Okay, it's not necessary that wow, you wait until the break price to hold above, it's going to be expensive. You hold, maybe your profit margin not good enough. Okay, but I would rather you look at the risk side of it. Okay, at least you have confirmation in your favor. You have the structure with you. You have the price action with you. Then you go for a trigger, right? I think you will feel. I mean, you will feel more comfortable with it. At least for me lah. Okay, that's why I just want to share. Okay, I rather not catch a falling dagger, right? To catch a movement that is really in my favor. Okay. Next one, Amazon. Okay, anytime if you think that I talk very fast or you don't understand or anything, just feel free to put in the chat. Okay. This Amazon chart, same thing. You see all the chart, wow, I don't need to withdraw although can on. Okay. Why? Because levels will always be holding itself regardless. Okay. This one, Amazon now, yes, uptrend. Okay. They made a new all-time high recently. Not recently lah. Okay, 2 weeks back, 3 weeks back, 1 month ago, right over here. So but for now it's range bound. I think it's quite clear. I just need to alternate R for you. Amazon stuck in this area. All right, stuck. So the story, whatever I'm going to tell you now is the same. Okay, if price cannot break above 187, right? They don't sustain itself above, then we might be looking at a range play now, which is range bound. Okay. Then this one very similar to Google also. Okay. You have a high over here already. Okay. To continue the movement to go higher, we need price to really hit back into a 193, 192, 193 area. Basically higher than this guy. Okay. Basically higher than this guy. If they don't, right, then they will be playing at this lower end of the range, which is very scary already. Okay, for Amazon, if they were to play at this lower area, okay, because yes, we have a demand area where price is supported, but once they break this 170, right, we might be looking at a movement downwards. Okay, because here they have a gap area to cover back. Okay, so any movement from here, I don't think you will have any support coming in from this area. Okay, so 170 straight up to 160 already. All right, so take note lah. If price really starts to move lower to this 170 area, just take note of the positions. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, NVIDIA I leave for the last one. Now I just talk about Meta and Tesla first. Okay, Meta. Oh, okay. Moving quite strongly. Okay, Meta for now, I would still see it as a hard uptrend okay, basically I mean all this okay. Max 7 definitely uptrend okay, for sure. The movement this year is just too good already It's just too good already. Okay, so now we just talk about more immediate Meta, okay, they cover back this gap down. Okay, I think the new area that they really look to, like price really want to hold above is 445, 450. Okay, basically this guy here. This area here, this guy here, I mean, personally, right, I wouldn't say that the support is at 420. Okay, because the thing is, this whole area here, right, is basically like one island itself by itself. Okay, price gap down already from earnings, right? Then straight up, they don't really test anything over here already. There's nothing over here. It's continuing back into this 450 and above, right? So to be very honest, this area here, you don't know whether they will hold. Okay, yes, they are sustaining itself from earnings. Okay, but then again, it might be due to hype or like market sentiment itself is just very strong during this period. Okay, so any low price, right, 420 or I mean even lower, people will be looking to jump into it. Okay, so for now, I won't consider this area as any level that you should be buying in. Okay, because firstly, you need price to really hold within this 445, 450. Okay, because if they cannot, right, then I will just view this guy here as another potential gap fill area. It's still the same. Okay, they only ran out this way is because of earnings, like I said. Okay, so the last point that they really need to hold for 445, 450. Okay, then anything higher, same thing, 530, they need to create a new higher high. If they can, price will probably continue the up move. If they cannot, okay, first point, the immediate level 470. Okay, because they created a very small level over here, aim for the gap fill already, then now price might reject that back down to create this movement upwards. Okay, so meta just like that, a few levels to look for now. 475, 480, 445, 450, then heading towards a 530. Okay, Tesla downtrend. Oh, okay. Just now, sorry, just now I still say all will be uptrend. Okay, so Tesla is a downtrend. Okay, basically trading in a channel. Okay, I think the chart itself quite obvious already. This downtrend itself, price going lower low, new lower high, lower low, new lower high. Okay, break below the previous 200 level, price failed to continue. Try coming up, fail again. So basically now what they are looking to do, same thing, cannot go up. Maybe they might test this 190 again. They might. Okay, but if they cannot go back above, okay, they will get reject. Break of 175, you will probably be seeing even lower price up, 140 or maybe even lower at 120. Okay, so few area to look. 200, maybe they will test again. Okay, this 195 to 200. Maybe they might. Otherwise, 175 have to hold. Otherwise, they will be looking at the lower end of 140 because Tesla itself downtrend. Okay, if they don't create a new higher high, right, means this structure is still on a downtrend. Okay, it's still going to look for a new lower high, a new lower low. Lower low is at the break of 140. Okay, so if they cannot go higher, then I think just stay away first. For now, it is even if you want to play fast game, right? Tesla range bound, right? They stuck in this area. Stuck in this area is one thing, doesn't matter. But the thing is, you look at all these candles, it's getting smaller and narrower and narrower and narrower and narrower. Okay, when candles start to get narrow, okay, it means that volume is not as strong already. Okay, there's no volatility already. They don't know where to go. Indecisiveness. Okay, so for now, it's really just waiting game for Tesla. Go up or go down, I don't know. But if we base on market structure itself, they have a higher probability of eventually going down. Okay, they might tap into this 195, 200 first lah. Okay, to try to see whether it can go higher. Okay, but with this downtrend still intact, Tesla is still waiting downwards. Okay. Then Nvidia. Okay. Wow, this one, whew, I see already. So wow, I don't know what to say lah, Nvidia. Okay. Say real TA wise, right? The last point of TA that I can talk to you about. Oh, okay. Now is the stock split price already 120. Okay, pre-market running 120.222 lah. Okay, so take note today's stock split. So your limit, your market order, whatever, go and take note first. Go and take a look. Okay. Your sell price also, don't later sell. You want to sell lower, or I mean you want to sell at market, okay, then you just think no, don't later you shock, okay. Basically stock split already. Okay. But Nvidia even like pre-split this period, the last point that I can really do TA, right? Okay, maybe 200, okay, even lower is at this 48, which last time I think I would assume is 480 and 900 plus. Okay, because other than that, you see, this whole move itself, right? What along the way, there's only this point that they took a break, they slow down, then they continue to go, they slow down again. Okay. Anything in between, right, is basically you buy and you just okay lah, just hope that Nvidia continue to go higher lah. Okay. This is without fundamentals lah, of course lah. Okay. I'm just looking at the chart. I just tell you based on the chart. This is basically chasing the dragon. Okay. It's like you okay, I think this one I cannot say that. I wanted to use the casino, the mental side. People play casino, right? Go casino, play baccarat, all this. Okay, I think I cannot say. But anyway, this portion here of chasing the dragon and recent days, recent days I think probably is because the market sentiments, right? Okay, because once they announce about the stock split, right? Why people view stock split of all these strong companies as a positive sign, right? Is because like for Nvidia in this case, right, you see, wow, they have been trading from few hundred to 1,100. That was the last close that I remember. Okay, last week was almost 1,002. right? 1,200 sale, not many people can buy unless you a lot of money. I mean, you got the money, you have the spare cash, you can buy the 1,200 per share. Okay, so with stock split, right? Wow, suddenly it becomes $120. Okay, it allows more, basically more, more people to come into the market to participate, to buy into Nvidia, right? So with these in mind, people will just take it as, okay, it's just going to be a bullish sentiment. Okay, why? Because more people are able to buy. Okay, but the question is whether they are going to buy lah. Okay, for sure. Okay, but Nvidia, I think with the hype and everything, people are just going to continue to buy, right? For until when, I don't know. Okay, but serial TA wise, I really don't have much to give you. Okay, it's really all based on market sentiment already. I only can tell you where they might go if they were to go higher. Okay, this one is another way of looking at it. I think I shared with you all before. Okay, you look at the previous range area, we have I mean, the area that they ran is around like $20, right? Okay, so every time when they start to get up or get away from this range area, okay, then you don't know where they go, right? If the counter itself just continue to make all-time high, right, you don't know where they want to go. Okay, so just beware of the previous range area. How wide is the area? Okay, basically, if you are using trading view, take your ruler, see, okay, $17, you just plus minus, take it $20, easier to see. Okay, then from here, you add another $20, then you see if they create a new range area. Okay, which, yeah, they got rejected, they create. Okay, so from this last point, okay, this last point over here, right, this is a very small area lah. Okay, so I don't think they will really hold price here. They might be creating something over here. Okay, but ultimately, what you will be looking to aim for first for Nvidia, 140. Okay, so this is how you look at prices when, let's say, they just keep going one straight line. It's like SMCI that time, right? Wow, they just suddenly all-time high non-stop. You don't know where to take away, okay. I mean, one way is you hit your monetary value lah, then you feel okay, good enough, you want to take. But that's not the proper way if you are looking at TA. Okay, TA, there's always this psychological aspect at the back of it. Okay, one way you can view it as is the round numbers. Okay, which is like 150. Okay, $100, $200, same thing lah. Okay, but just giving you another way to tell price. Okay, just by looking at previously what kind of range they are forming. Then you know, because all these range is they will always run in the plus minus, right, around the same movement itself. Okay, their range will always plus minus be the same unless there's a change in the volatility. Okay, then the movement might get wider, right? So your range will get wider as well, then your target will be further. Okay, this one all come from if you see if you are looking more into TA, right, you read about flag, read about all the wedge lah, all those, right, then basically it's the same thing, same idea. Okay, you find your previous area, then the breakout will be the next area of the same price movement. Okay, so Nvidia today's stock split, take note of position. Probably you can look for 140, otherwise price has to sustain above 110, 120. Okay, so I'm done with Max 7. Okay, now I will look into all the Q&A here. Okay, hang on, give me a while. Okay, the Q&A, right? I will just go through every counter. Okay, I mean, regardless okay, the counter got movement, no movement, I will just go through everything based on the the earliest person that asked me. Okay, so along the way, you got any question on TA, anything? Okay, let's say I talk too fast or what, you don't understand, right? All these you put in chat. Okay, then at least I know. Because if you put Q&A, right, I will just leave it until I'm done with the chart, then I look into it. All right, so the first one, TSM. Okay, TSM also should be quite strong. Okay, let's see. Okay, all these counters on the Q&A, right? Well, okay, I will just review lah. Basically, I tell you the same way as I tell about Max 7. If you want more things from it, right, you have to let me know. Okay, if not, I'm just going to give you what level to take it out of, what kind of market structure they are looking at now, and basically like this. Okay, but if you want more things from me, you need to let me know. Okay, otherwise I will just do the same thing like for every counters under the Q&A. Okay, TSM very clear uptrend. Okay, all-time high also. Okay, so with this current price at all-time high, right? If you are in the position, then I think no rush to really do anything yet. Okay, like I explained, you have a new higher high which was from last week. Okay, price continue to go higher. You have the last level that they try going lower, right? Probably at 125, 155, this $30 area. Okay, this whole area. Recently, you know that, I mean, we can see that price starts to go higher, reject, sustain itself, go higher high. Okay, so now two things to think only. Okay, if you are in the position, good. Okay, I mean, okay, depends on when you are in the position. Don't go and catch at the high already. If you want to catch at this price, right, wait for them to come down, at least create something sustaining itself, same movement, okay, because they already show you that they can hold it at least in this immediate time horizon. Okay, within these 1-2 weeks, they are probably going to just hold this structure itself. Okay, you don't believe, I mean, we can just draw a trend line. It's the same thing lah. I mean, whatever I do, I don't draw trend line, I put indicators in, right? It will still be the same story one. Because if in an uptrend, everything will be printing that they are showing in an uptrend. Okay, if you throw EMA in, it will still be on an uptrend. You have the longer EMA below the faster EMA. Okay, then they tell you, okay, it's a buy signal. Okay, but regardless, TSM, you just take note. Simply put, as long as they cannot break below 150, okay, then once they can start breaking this 167, okay, sorry, this one I think I want to explain now. Okay, because when I say new higher high, it's not like this candle, let's say this candle, we know that, you see, we know that this candle last Friday already hit a new all-time high. Okay, they closed bullish, very weak bullish. You can call it doji or whatever it is, this thing over here. Okay, when I say a new all-time high, right, it's not when the next candle open, wow, straight away all-time high. This is not a new higher high. This is not a new higher high. Then you forever the next candle keep higher high. It's not a new higher high. Okay, a new higher high when I say that, right, is like I explain again. This one I just want to clarify because I scared y'all get confused. Okay, we know that previously price tried going lower, range bound area, price get higher, right? Then after that, at this high point over here, okay, price start to get rejected. Okay, they must have this rejection downward first. Then you know that, okay, this is the high. Okay, it's the same story. You have a low already. You need the price to reject and break the previous high. Then you have a new higher high. Okay, so it's the same story. If this guy were to just keep continue straight line like that, right? There's no higher high yet. Until the last point they reject, then you will know that this is the new higher. You get it? Okay, this one very important because I don't want y'all to confuse that. Wow, they just keep side by side candle, just keep printing higher and higher. That's a new higher high. It's not. Okay, they must always come down to make a new higher low. Then you can confirm that's a higher high. Even if they make a new lower low, that guy will remain as a higher high. So the basis of it, right, is you need to have them basically they need to get rejected first and get tested again. Then you know if this price can hold in the future. Okay, it's not one straight line all the way new higher price, right? Means it's a higher high at that point. Okay, until they start to get rejected, then you will know that this is the new. Okay, then rejected to where? Same thing lah. They need to create a new higher low, and if this higher low, right, they can clear away the previous higher high, then that's where you know you have a new uptrend coming or a continuation of uptrend. Okay, it works the same across all counters. I mean, even whatever asset class, it's the same story. Okay, you want to see a uptrend, you need to run like that. Okay, but of course, there's a lot of other ways that you can look to pinpoint where you want to trigger earlier. Okay, you anticipate that the uptrend is coming, you find your demand level, whatever level you want. Okay, like indicators, you can pinpoint it earlier because end of the day, market is running in fractal. Okay, so meaning to say, whatever you are seeing on daily, all these zigzag of the uptrend, right? You probably be looking at it on the M1 also. Okay, it's just the M1 run faster, smaller area, narrower range. But then once they want to start an uptrend on the D1, right, the daily chart, right, they would always be running from a 1 minute chart or even a tick chart. Okay, they will run from the lowest, slowly run until your daily is printed as an uptrend. Okay, so I think this one very important now. Okay, be it you going to buy and hold or whatever, right? You need to identify. You need to know your trend first, okay? Because you want the trend to be in your favor, okay? If the trend is in your favor, right? No matter how you hold, right? Eventually you will make a profit, one, okay? Because the trend will push price itself, okay? So TSM, I don't think I have anything else for you to to share. Okay, just take note of this 150, 155. Next level that you want to look out for, you look at this range around $30. Okay, then 180, right? So at 180, you just take note again, no? Okay, not saying that 180 you need to go and short or you need to take your position or whatever lah. But once price starts to come closer to it, then take note of your position. Okay, it might not even hit there lah. Okay, because as of now, nothing. Okay, like I say, this is a yes, this is for now is a higher high, but there's no confirm that this guy will create a new higher low. Okay, if can create higher low, right, then wholesale you can go until 190. Okay, then okay, next one. Okay, Pfizer. A lot of people asking Pfizer. What's nice about Pfizer? Let's see. Um, range bound. Okay. Long term is downtrend. Okay, I think all this COVID period, that time the webinar. Okay, until now, downtrend you see is all non-stop. I don't even want to draw a trend line already. Okay, you have a high, low, high, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, non-stop lah. Until now, okay, maybe now, maybe something nicer. Okay, they are still stuck in the range area. Okay, it's still range bound. Sad to say, it's still range bound. But if your Pfizer, sorry, not if your Pfizer, if Pfizer can create one candle like that, okay, maybe one higher high, okay, maybe we have something to see, okay, maybe, okay, because now you see, all the while downtrend, until they hit back into a previous level, okay, previous range level, is about the same area one, until now, range bound, but once they can make a higher high to this, 30, I take it as $30.50 lah, 30.50. Okay, if they can higher high 30.50, create a new higher low, and hold above this area, this previous range, right? We might really be looking at the start of something. Okay, no confirmation lah, because for Pfizer, really, if you just want, I just draw a trend line. You have so many level to break. Yes, now you see, wow, maybe trend line like that. But my trend line also can draw, I can draw more aggressive, because you have so many downtrend to go from. Right. So for Pfizer, right, I think the very first area that they can break, then might be looking at something nice, right? 30.50. Okay, if they can 30.50 close bullish, hold above this $30, oh wow, then we can slowly see already. Okay, but just take note lah, because even if they do that, if no volume, they have many levels to break away from. Okay, so if you want to reach for all these like $50, like previous high of 62, wow, you might take a while lah. I don't know if there's any catalyst in the market as of now. Okay, is there any like new drugs they are doing or whatever thing? Fundamental wise, I don't know. Okay, based on chart itself, 30.50, hold above 30, we might be seeing something nice, for Pfizer. Okay, this one, Marvel Technology. Wow, this one, short term wise, 1 to 2 months kind of movement, as in time frame, right? They might just be stuck in this area. Okay, they might just be stuck. This level here, 67, quite crucial. Okay, because if they don't hold, which is they are just there now, okay, they are just there now. If they don't hold, then you might be seeing price playing at this area, 67 to maybe what, $60, $62. Okay, any movement breaking this 62, okay lah, it's not the worst. Okay, you might see something holding at 55. Okay, for higher movement, this movement itself basically, yes, I say range bound, but overall itself, they are on a downtrend. Okay, short-term downtrend in this area. Okay, we have a high, you have a low, you have a lower high, we have a low low here, we have a low high. Yes, they make a higher high. That's why I say at this 67, 68, right, you need to hold to see if price can whack higher to make a new higher high. Then maybe we have more things. Otherwise, current level, delicate level, okay, really need price to hold at 68 to try going higher to 80. Okay, they can take a while lah. They might take a while to come here. Okay, but this last leg coming higher, right? They need to whack 80. That's the confirmation you need. Okay, because if they don't whack 80, right? They don't hit 80 or higher and don't sustain itself, right? Then basically they are just going to trade within this lower end of the range itself. Okay. So far technology. Oh yo, range bound bar. Okay, this one. This kind of counter. I 1 to 2 months, I say real this kind I cannot really pinpoint for you lah, okay? Because this kind you really need volume to push the price, okay? But basically they are still in a range bound. Downtrend, same idea, it's a downtrend, okay? They are stuck in a range bound. Yes, candle getting smaller, maybe it's something because they're compressing all the volatility. Then once volume start to come back into this counter, right? You might see a burst, a breakout. But for now, nothing much. If $8 don't clear, okay, we are trading at the lower end of 690, okay. Anything lower 630, 670 you have to do, okay. This 620, sorry, 630 you have to take a look already, okay, because currently this 680, 690 area, delicate price is trading nearer there. Short term wise, maybe we might see some movements, okay. If you are looking at just very short term, right, okay, same thing, we have a range, but it's a minor area. Your major is here. Okay, price can sustain, they might move higher like that. Okay, towards a 780. But if they cannot clear this 750, same thing, they will just come down again. Okay, it's always the same idea lah. They will have a range. Okay, then they will try to whack away this area to see if they can break out of it. Okay, because it's always the chart itself is always running rally base rally, rally base drop, drop base rally, rally, drop base drop. Okay, it's always the same movement. It's just you need to always wait. I mean, once you see the range itself, right, then that's where you start to see whether is there movement, more probability of the move up higher or lower. Okay, so far, nothing much lah. I think it's a range bound. Short term, maybe you might see a 750. Okay, if they cannot hold above this $7, right, then forget it lah. I think they are just going to be trading around here already. Okay, hang on. Okay, I take a break from the chart first. Okay, I saw one question. P2 live chat has not adjusted for top split. Google, Amazon. Okay, so free live chat tools. Okay. Since we are on the, I mean, we are talking about TA, right? Free charting tools. You can just use TradingView. Okay, TradingView is free one. I using free stuff one. Okay, for TA. Like for TradingView. I never sign up for anything. Okay. But of course, if you want more indicators, you want to use more, right? And you want to look at more, I don't know what other they have lah. Like you want to watch these more counters or whatever. That one you maybe need to pay lah. But free one, right? Technically, TradingView is free. Everyone can go and use. Okay. Yeah lor. So trading tools, I think you can just use TradingView. Okay, I think it's it's the best already lah out there as of now. Okay, then let's see. Okay, next one. IAU. Okay, this is what? Gold ETFs. Okay, iShare Gold Trust ETF. Yeah lah, the movement itself, you see, last Friday, the movement same. Basically, whatever I share with you on gold just now, it's just going to be the same. You see, same thing. Even this ETF, right? They are trading into the previous demand level of the same as gold just now. Okay, so as long as price can hold above 43, right, we might still see gold going higher. Okay, so technically still nothing in concern because if they're not going to run similarly to gold, then we are still seeing a higher high. We are still seeing an uptrend. Okay, we are still having no confirmation of a lower low until price start to close below 43. Okay, so as of now, yes, last Friday looks very scary. You have a gap down, you have a very bearish candle. But to be very frank, until they really start to close 43, right, technically there's nothing much to really be fearful of. I feel like. Okay, because your structure is still there. Your price is now currently at a demand area. You are on an uptrend. Everything is still in line, okay, unless you're telling me your long is at 46 or $45. Okay, then yes, it's going to be very painful. But in terms of setup or your strategy or anything based on TA, right, the long the uptrend is still valid. There's nothing that invalid the uptrend yet. Okay, until price starts to really close below this 43 area. Okay, then maybe on the short term horizon, right, you might see a movement coming like this. Then there's a few ways to look at it. You can call it double top. You can call it whatever lah, whatever you want to call this movement lah. Okay, you might be looking at like a double top. Okay, but otherwise, as long as price can continue to sustain here, you still quite alright lah, the movement itself, at least for now. Okay, next one. Okay, sorry, this one I'm not very sure. I just want to put it out there to ask. Usually the webinar, how long does they talk to you all for? To be very honest, right? I think I start at 8, but I don't know what time it's supposed to end lah. But later I have work. I mean, I have my work started already. I mean, once market open, I will need to work as well. So I'm not sure how long it will be. Can anyone just hi and let me know, like usually it's what, 1 hour, 1 hour 13 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes, or how does it go? Oh, 9:15 ah. Wow, then like that 50 minutes ah. Wow, 惨了惨了. Okay, sorry I think I drag out too long already. Okay, I was just okay for all the Q&A, right? Okay, I think if I have 50 minutes left, I cannot clear everything. Okay, I will go through more popular one, like those that more people are asking for. The remaining one, right, I will put one post in Telegram group. Okay, then I will just throw all these, whichever I missed out, I just throw there lah. Then if you need more explanation, then you just let me know. Otherwise, I will just put a chart there with the levels, same thing lah. It's just without me talking. Okay, I'll just draw a level. Then if you just rewatch today's webinar, right, you should know what I'm referring to already. Okay, thank you for telling me the timing. Okay, at most I can drag another few more minutes lah if still got people want to listen. Okay. Yeah, for sure. I will still do first come first serve one. Okay, so like yours are VRD. Okay, so I will still do this. Okay, then I do 3 more person now. Okay, then after that the rest is all I do the popular one. Then after that all Telegram group. Okay, this one VRD Vertiva. Okay, technically uptrend. Okay, but it's going to be very scary very soon. Okay, price now coming back at the level that they broke away from. Okay, price need to hold itself above 85, $87. Okay, which is currently at a very delicate level lah. It's the same thing. You see, they are now trading at a very delicate level. If price cannot reject here, reject is one thing. Okay, but you need to take note, 97 might become a lower high. Okay, because this movement itself, you see, they are moving higher, yes, but price itself is not really sustaining well yet. Okay, so now this leg downwards to the previous range area. I think very important for price to move like this to give you more confirmation that okay, they are going to hold this area. You might at least see that price can start here for a range now. Okay, but if price cannot even hold at 85 85, 87 they cannot hold here, right? Then means they want to trade in the previous level they broke away from. Okay, then with that, wow, you need a lot of levels to break to go back to the high again already. Okay, then the structure might be shifting towards the downside. Okay, because I see all the candles all very tiny. I mean, yes, you might have some days that is higher than the average of this counter itself, but I think generally now for now it's still uptrend. Okay, no doubt, but you really want price to go higher than 97. Okay, it's not just holding 87. Holding 87 is first criteria only. They need to go higher than 97. Okay, otherwise you see it's the same. If they don't go higher than 97, right, they create a new lower high, probably lower low will come eventually. Okay, sooner rather than later lah. Okay, wait, SMT is what your SMT? SMT. Sorry, your SMT is which one? SMTC, is it? Right, I take it as SMTC. I see one SMT. So I don't see under US, so I take it as SMTC. All right, this one. Wow, this one earnings movement. I think Still not the worst. I think it's all right. Okay. Okay. This when I say all right, it's really dependent on where you are in position or whether you are in position. Okay. Because it's all right is because you see, we know that previously this guy here, okay, they were holding as a previous supply level lah. Okay. If you want to tighten, yes, you see, price was stuck here, then they start moving higher. Okay. So with earnings itself, we have a movement, wow, one very bearish movement, then after that it gap down. Okay, but the gap down, you see Friday closing is not the worst. Okay, so what is the the higher probability of this happening, right, is they will probably try to test back into this 34 $35. Okay, because you can just take this whole area here as redundant for now, right? So basically, if you are looking at it, price is going to try going higher with the same movement like this. They want to try it. If they can go higher, then yes, you will come back to 45. Okay, but if not, right, then they hit here, they get rejected, you are back to a range bound level. Okay, as simple as that. So for now, right, this level here very crucial. This 30, 33, 35. Basically, price will probably try to go higher from here first. Okay. Then if they can close above 35, then you will have a very similar movement as what happened after they break here over here. Okay, so now it's basically the same thing. You just need price to go here, then they will create this whole area again. Okay. SMCI. Wow, SMCI, I think they slow down a lot already. Short term wise, looking like more like a downtrend than an uptrend already. Okay, long term, I wouldn't call this movement a very strong uptrend. It's the same thing. Like I tell you, if you have side by side candle making higher high, right? You don't know where price will really sustain. The only time SMCI started sustaining itself is at this 700 level, which the price is currently trading at. Okay. Um, but the problem here is now we have a lower low. Okay, the movement throughout this period, right, after they hit here, it's all lower high, lower. You might not have a new lower low, probably one only, but throughout, right, it's all lower high already. Okay, so I think it's quite difficult. It's like becoming a descending triangle. Okay, you need price to really break above this 850, 860, then break above 1,000 basically. Then they might start this change of structure because now structure this movement here too impulse already, too fast already, right? The only sustaining is at the current price of 700, 750, right? Whether they can hold here, say real, I really cannot tell for now. Okay, but you just need to take note because candles all getting smaller also. Might not have volume coming in already, right? Because if you are not in SMCI, let's say for traders that are not in SMCI, no position at SMCI, why would they want to look at SMCI when I can look at Nvidia now, right? Nvidia $120, I can go in and trade, I can go in and scout. Why would I want to be bothered to trade this for now, right? So with that in mind, you might not have volume. Okay, Insti might still be inside or whatever, but volume wise, from most people will probably be flooding into something more valuable lah. I mean something nicer to trade in a way. Okay, okay, someone raise hand. Yes, yes. Sandra, yes. Got question, is it? Got question, please put in the chat or Q&A. Otherwise, I will probably miss it. Okay. Then I continue the chat first. A few more things. TLT. I think TLT is treasury. Okay. This one, TA wise, let's say just talk about TA wise. Later we got this week we got FOMC already. Okay. But TA wise, near term still downtrend. Okay. The price is coming lower. Okay. So really it's just going to tell you the same story. Okay. New lower high, lower low. Okay. So with last Friday we are looking at a gap down. Okay, why? Because the rate might not change anything. Okay. So with that, then the yield is just going to be there, the price is just going to be low. Right? Then for it to go higher, right? I think it's better to wait for this level instead. Even though it's just a few candles, like 3 days of higher movements, right? But I think that price really will start sustaining itself is when 94 get broken. Okay, to change this structure. It's the same thing. You always I mean if whatever you are in is on a downtrend in immediate I mean immediate time frame, right? Like immediate time horizon, you always want them to start breaking the structure first. When they shift, then you will know that the reversal might come. Okay. Otherwise, overall, it's still a downtrend lah. Okay. So I mean, at current price, I wouldn't buy. Would I sell if I'm in position? Depends on where you go in. Okay. But 94 very crucial. 90, if price can sustain, right, you will probably see a symmetrical triangle. Then you wait for a breakout of 94. Okay. Okay, AMD. AMD for now. Okay lah, maybe some of you all have this mindset, right? Like, wow, Nvidia running AMD might be next, right? Because lagging or what. But then another way to look at it, if you're looking at fundamentals, AMD is nowhere near to Nvidia. Okay. So if you can buy the number one, basically the first ranking in this industry, right? Why would you be bothered to buy the second ranking in a way? Right? So if you have a Nvidia at $120 now, right? Will you buy the AMD now? I don't think it's a good choice lah. I mean, TA wise itself is already showing quite clearly. Okay. Yes, recent weeks they are moving. Okay, but I will just take it as they are just basically moving from one range to another range, which is the previous range. They're not going to range. Are they going to break any higher for now? I don't think they will. They will be more probable. I mean, the probability of them moving lower is higher because for now we have new lower low, we have new lower high. Structure wise, they are still not there yet. Okay. Long term, maybe they might. Okay, maybe. Okay. But for now, 1 to 2 months, I don't see how they can really burst. Okay. If really in any event they will burst, right? 185 probably the max they can go already. This is already very optimistic already, and probably riding on the other companies itself. Okay, because yeah lah, it's the same idea lah. AMD, Nvidia, same industry. Which one would you want to buy, right? And now Nvidia is not trading at 1,200 already. It's at $120. Okay, so depends on how you look at it lah. Okay, BMY. All right. Wow, this one very downtrend very downtrend I cannot give you any level. Okay, what I looking at, I I don't know how many years ago lah. This one 2013, 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Okay, they held something right here. Okay, but I don't think because of this area, right, you can just jump into a long, for example. Okay, because say real lah, I mean it doesn't work that way. TA doesn't work. TA is not something that you see, wow, now come back into my last time the area, wow, people last time like to buy, but last time is 10 years ago, right? Last time my whole what doesn't mean this company is still good because in recent areas, they are in a downtrend. Very clear to see, okay? But of course, if you just don't think about anything, just look at the chart itself, okay? At least as of now, they are sustaining this $41. All right. So as long as price don't break this area, they don't break any lower, right? Then you don't have a new lower low. Means the next thing they want to do is they might be starting a new lower high, as in a higher high in this area. So you have a high, you have a low. Okay. So now it's just whether they make a lower high come down or they make a higher high then go up. Okay, but can they go very far? I don't think so. That's the bottom line. But um for now because yeah lah, they are still sustaining itself. I think you just need to take note of these few levels of okay 40 41, which is the current level. Okay, first level that they need to clear, okay, 45, they need to clear first. Okay, so this 45 will be very crucial to determine whether they continue higher or lower. Okay, or if they cannot even hold this current area, then I think you don't even bother looking at 45 already because they will just continue this whole downtrend, which they have been doing okay for like what 1 year already 2 years already, almost 2 years already. Okay, will they come back someday? I don't know. But for now, even from TA point of view, right, I mean short term wise, yes, maybe still got a bit of hope Okay, but hope is a very dangerous thing so you need to take note the current level very dangerous. Not very dangerous, sorry, say wrong. It's a delicate level, okay? It will determine where they will move off from here already. Okay, AMD, I just went through, okay, then y'all just take a look, okay, then okay, I just go through a few banks then the rest I will throw into the what is called Telegram, yes, okay. Anything I'm missing out, if you want more, you can just throw there also. I got time, I'll go through, okay. Then okay, I just go through the last few counters. I think I overrun a bit already. Yeah, I know it's getting late, so those want to stay can stay and ask more questions. I will try my best. I will end everything at maximum 9:40. Okay, 9:40 last call already. Okay, I will try to squeeze as much as I can from the chart. Okay. Any other questions you can continue to ask. 9:40 will be my max. Okay, the last timing I will talk until. Okay, Intel, wow, downtrend. Okay. As of now, range bound. Okay, I would say it's a range bound but coming off a downtrend. So this one you see you see quite clear previously their price is trying to hold above 32, right? So 32 they broke below already. So now this area they are forming a range bound, right? To be very honest, I don't think there's anything to do now. Right? You have a downtrend, they broke the last point of whatever already. I mean, even if you use whatever indicator, it's probably just going to show you that it's not a buy level yet. There's nothing to buy. It's more looking like a short than a long. Okay. The only time that maybe you can look for something, 32 have to hold. Okay. So okay, James, fundamentally semi-con still cyclical. Yes, correct. So short-term wise, yes, maybe we can squeeze something out from like on TA itself. But ultimately, if you are just going to buy and hold, right, the fundamentals will always be the key. You cannot just say, wow, TA show you uptrend, you hold until all the way. Okay, because end of the day, yes, you can use TA to pinpoint your trigger. You can use TA to find your DP, your SL. Okay. But end of the day, if you are just going to hold for the long term, right? I think TA, I feel like personally, okay, TA, you maybe the maximum that you can really look, let's say you just look today and you don't see at all, right? The most you can really pinpoint, right, is probably 6 months to 1 year. I personally feel. Okay. So if you are just going to buy and hold very, very long, I really take note of the fundamentals first. Okay, the macro view. Okay, don't just take TA as wow, TA the level forever strong. Yes, lah. I mean, some levels will really always be there. Like some chart I draw already, right? The level will still be the same. Okay, but if you want me to pinpoint at a point like wow, when 1 month later at what price, that kind very difficult. I only can roughly tell you based on the structure. Okay, whether the price action is supporting, but end of the day, TA is a day-to-day work. Okay, you have to look at it daily. It's not like you look at it now, 1 month, 2 months later, you come back and see. Okay, you don't know what's happening already. Okay, because price action every day, market is always running. If you just miss out, maybe 1 week you don't see, maybe still got chance. Okay, but if you 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, anything more you don't see, the chart is just, level might just hold, okay, but it's just not going to be the same. What now still got volunteer, sorry. I very long never see, volunteer. Wait, oh, okay, volunteer short term wise, looking all right. Okay, definitely looking way better than 2022 lah. Okay, uptrend now, $22. Any more upside? Same thing. I think $25, they will probably be hitting into their previous supply area. Okay, so it's the same story. They fell off from this $25 all the way downwards to create this low move, I think this down move, right? So now price is back to this area. We would probably see a lot of movement back into this 25-26 area, which is 25-26, this area here. Okay, as long as price can sustain 20-21 area. Okay, this area here. So I would say that it's more like a range bound. Okay, they created lower highs already. Okay, you need price to really tap into this 25-26 to see more up move. Okay, where can they go to? This point here, 29, you don't really need to care. You can just look at 32. Okay, but first criteria, same thing lah. You just need price to hold above 26 first. Okay, this area lah basically. If they can hold 32, shouldn't be an issue. But if they cannot hold, then they will just going to be stuck here until they create a new lower low or new low, higher high. Then we can know the movement. Otherwise, for now, short-term wise, this uptrend still okay, but recent weeks not looking very nice. Okay. Okay, Visa. Okay, Visa should be all-time high at this 290 area, right? Okay, if you're looking for a fast game, this one I won't tell you all exactly what to do lah. Okay, I just roughly tell you a bit, but if you are looking for fast game, in these 1-2 weeks, this week maybe depend on your risk appetite. Okay, FOMC coming up, but then from what I look from what I see, right, I'm looking at, right. Visa, your level same whoever asking for Visa, right, for now 290, below is 265. Okay, why I suddenly say that maybe you can start looking, right, is same thing. The story I always tell you how I look at chart, right, is always the same. You are basically looking for an area where price has been there for a very long time. Okay, then what do you do from there? You just see whether price break or reject. Okay, so with this price over here, okay, what I see, okay, maybe it's like that okay, but first they need to break and hold. Okay, then you might see like that to 290. If they reject here, then nothing unusual also, because they are basically just doing a range bound. Okay, so just this 3 level to look. Okay, but I think I will probably look at it closer. Okay, because price itself is really sustaining so if they can sustain here then it's quite clear what they will want to do next okay. Okay, now I just randomly pull whatever counter already because some counters I see, right, yeah, I will just try to really squeeze everything okay. So those more popular one I will just stop earlier. Okay, this one is Disney. Disney, I would say for now not looking as nice. Okay, ultimately they are still in a range bound. Recent days downtrend. Okay, so downtrend, right? Then after that you see they covering this week, this gap area they cover already. Okay, price is trying to sustain itself. Basically same picture as Palantir, same picture as AMD. Okay, it's the same idea. All right, they close below their previous area that they should be holding. Price start to drop lower. Okay, so now basically they need to hold this 102, 101, or they need to break above 107. Okay, otherwise there's nothing to see. In recent days, they are in downtrend. Rejection of 104, you can safely see that they are going to head lower. Okay, it's the same idea. You have a lower high, then you have a lower low, lower high, lower low. Same thing. Okay. Okay. What they will do next? Who is they? They is basically, wait, I go back to the chart just now. I talking about this one, right? Wait, I clear everything because just now on chat you know what they will do next. Who is they? Okay, they is basically people that look for breakout trades. Okay, I think that one quite clear lah. Like I mean, so far whatever I explaining to you it's not asking you to take breakout trades Okay, it's not But what you need to understand is because market always runs in a certain manner, right? So for a long, you want to make more profit on the long, you want to catch the trend as early as possible. Okay, so when I refer today, right, it's basically breakout trades and people that are shorting really. Okay, so if price is if price is able to close above this area, okay, bullishly, then you will see a movement, zigzag basically zigzag to this 290 Okay, this is what I'm referring to. Okay, so not saying that you die must go and trigger at this 283 when they start to break. It's not like this, okay? Because unless you do breakout trades, You know your setups, you know your risk profile, but otherwise, I mean, you don't need to do that. You can just wait for the rejection, come back, they confirm for you, they sustain itself, then you continue the movement. Okay. Okay. No problem, no problem. Any questions, just ask. Okay. TA related lah. Okay. I still got time to do a few more chart, but I will just answer a few like questions that are not chart related first. Okay. Will you start again monthly TA webinar this year? Wow. Monthly webinar like what kind? Like the one that I always do one, is it? Because no, okay. I just need to clarify because I see a lot of familiar names lah. Like I think I shared my webinar with you all before. Okay, so I think over the past few months, right, is like because I feel that Zain is already doing a TA webinar. Okay, then he does it like every week, right? I think he's still doing every week. So if he's doing every week, then he's going to talk about US equities. Then if I come in and talk about US equities again on a monthly, then I feel that is in a way it's like double handling already lah. Like if he's doing already, right, then okay lah, then let him go and do. Well, end of the day, he's our technical analyst. Okay, I'm just covering. Okay, you must know that my role, I'm not a technical analyst. I'm not certified to talk all this one, by right? Okay, so yeah lah, I'm just covering. So in terms of like the monthly TA webinar that I used to do is because basically I'm doing covering. Okay, but for this year, whether it will be a more consistent webinar, I would say for now no. Yeah, for now is no, unless I mean unless there's people requesting for it like a group lah. I mean is the number is substantial. I mean really people want to hear me talk or whatever content you want on TA, right? Really need me to come in to talk also, then I will think about it. Okay, but otherwise for now you don't have lah, because like poems also this year we launched quite a few things like extended hours. Okay, I mean all these are old stuff, right? But extended hours, which is the post market, then also fractional shares, which is you can buy in smaller bits and pieces of your of a single stock. Then you can go do your own bundle. We have all these webinars that are coming out, so I mean last year was because we don't to be very frank is don't really have anything else to talk, so okay lah, fine lah, I come in and talk to you. Okay, but this year if we have more products to push already, right, then most of the webinars will be on product. Okay, like we will share more. Then also this year we have presidential election also for US, right? So a lot of webinars will be more generated for those content. Okay, but unless really more people really want me to come and talk about DA, right, then you can just another way I can do it is Telegram lah. You all talk to me, you let me know lah. Okay, because I also don't want to do like just a few people lah. I think that one a bit I don't know. I won't do a okay, sorry, I rephrase, my bad. I won't do a webinar for poems just for a few people. Okay, you get what I mean? If you really want and you really want like need to talk TA every day kind you just drop me a Telegram message. Okay, I can talk to you TA every day. All right. Yeah, but I won't do it for like poems because I need to go through a lot of like I need to clear here, clear there, everything lah. Okay, but Telegram different Telegram is my own right? So if you really want to talk TA right, you just drop me a message or give me a call lah. Okay, my ID is in the Telegram group, so I can just go through TA every day with you if you want. Okay, but I mean every day is one thing lah, okay, but it's not every day 1 hour lah, okay. Few minutes kind, I can clarify for you, I can tell you about some review, whatever lah. This kind of quick question is okay. Okay, you want longer one, then I need to get everyone first, then I will talk about it. Okay, I hope that answers you. So no monthly webinar for now. I think Zain is handling it very well already. I don't need to go and come in also lah. Okay, then I think I have 30 minutes. I think 30 minutes I can squeeze a few more charts. Okay, those that asked earlier. Okay, McDonald. Wow, McDonald, downtrend. Okay. Like you see, McDonald not trying to make a joke lah, but McDonald now is making a M already. Okay. They make a M already. So now dangerous if they break their own neckline. Okay. If the M disappear, become a very long leg over here, right? Then they are going down. Okay, but wow, is It's just good. Okay, they are just at a very delicate level. Okay, because they have a higher high here. And to be very honest, they don't have a lower low yet, right? If you just look at it simply, like, you just look at the chart like that, they have a higher high, they don't have low low. Structure wise, they are still uptrend. Okay, it's just recent days are very ugly because they are forming a M. Okay, so if they don't break this 245, this area here, right, technically it's still all right. It's still all right. Okay, unless you are telling me you are looking at this area only lah. Okay, this whole area here itself, then no lah, it's ugly lah. Okay, if you are just looking at this whole area recent, like what, 6 months, right, from January, yeah, it's ugly. Okay, the whole down move is accelerated. Okay, they are just moving lower and lower. Nothing. Am I going to long here? You cannot long here also. Okay, even though yes, I say, oh, don't break here is good ma, but doesn't mean don't break here is good means you must long. I know. There's no long yet. Okay, to be very honest, there's no long at all. Okay, so McDonald immediate is downtrend. Okay, nothing much to really do now until they start breaking back above 262. Okay, so what I looking at them they will probably be doing this. Then if they can break back here, then maybe they can start like that. Okay, but if here is just going to continue and drop one lower low, they're just going to drop one lower low here. Wait, sorry, let me draw. Yeah, if they're going to drop one lower low, right, then you can just slowly wait for them to form a lower low. They will probably be doing this. Okay, so for now, nothing lah. It's still too early in the thing. Okay. Okay, JPM. Okay, I'm very sorry. I overrun today. Yeah, those that need to rest already, I will understand. Okay, it's 9:30 already. Okay, JPM all time high also. Okay, uptrend, same thing. They got higher high over here. Okay, so now they are stuck below. Okay, they are back in this range. Okay, so this higher high might be a fake out. Take note The last point was here They went up, bam, go back down. Now they are trading below already. So basically they are in a range bound. Okay, so for now, I think you cannot buy it. Okay, as in personally, I wouldn't. If you are in a position already, same thing. Depend on where you are in the position. 200 psychological level. Okay, rejection is very normal one. Okay, but the key thing is whether they can start breaking and hold above these 200 again. Okay, they need to continue this. If they don't, right, they stuck here, they break here, they break the 195, right, they probably be doing this. But then I think quite safe is because they are still in this area. Okay, they will still be this 180 to 200 area. Still quite safe. Okay, for any up move, same thing. 200 break, hold, then you can see more. Hold to where? 220. Okay. How I come out with this number? Same thing. I just look at the range. How wide is the range? 200 is a psychological level. $20, I add $20. Okay. So if they can break hold 200, 220 will be the next level. ABAC, same thing, uptrend. You see, this BAC, I think I draw to know how long ago one. If you just look at it, I mean, you just look at VAC chart, right? As of now, this is what I'm trying to explain. It's just that I cannot illustrate to you just now. Okay, you have price coming down. You know that price is coming down. You wait at a level where they form a range. You just need price to break the previous high to start this higher high, higher low. Okay, this is what I'm trying to explain. Okay, because every huge trend, every huge uptrend will always start from a very small uptrend. Okay, which is why you always need to just take note because if you want to long, is the only problem is right, you don't know whether they can sustain. How long can they continue this uptrend? Okay, one way based on TA is as long as they continue higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, they can just keep doing higher high, higher low all the way, right? They forever uptrend. Okay, but of course that will eventually, I mean, the start is from using TA, but the longer you hold, right, a lot more aspect from fundamental will come in already. Okay, the TA at the start is just to tell you pinpoint, okay, you can trigger from this certain area. Okay, you are looking at it, oh, they are still forming the uptrend market structure. Okay, I still can continue to hold without any fundamental. But the longer you hold, more fundamental will come into the picture. Because the longer you hold, there's more risk that you're undertaking, basically. Okay, but as long as the structure is there, PA wise, I will always just tell you the same thing. you have a new higher high, you have a new higher low. How you determine higher high, higher low? Okay, you have a okay. I just give you example. Now I just go back. I slow down a bit. Okay, because I think chart analysis, the counter review, right? It's just the same thing. I will just keep telling you the same thing. Okay, because I think trend wise, it's quite simple to see. Okay, trend in the near term, right, is very simple to see. You just see whether they are going higher or lower only. Alright, on the chart, you just see, okay, current time, are they at the higher end or lower end? Then you know whether they are uptrend or low trend, downtrend already. Unless between you see a lot of candlesticks, okay, then that one is range bound. Very easy to spot one. At the higher end, uptrend. Lower end, downtrend. In the middle, range. Okay, it's just like that. Very simple. This is the easiest way to look at it. Okay, but I want to share with you something slightly, I hope that it will be useful. Okay, is for example, you have, like I just use this BAC chart. Okay, we have price moving lower, we have price coming higher, right? At this point, you see we have a high, but then we have a lower low. Okay, so with this lower low from this whole area, right, we know that price is coming down lower and lower, forming lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, non-stop. Okay, the only time this whole structure starts shifting, right, is when price starts to break higher high of this guy. Okay, which is this area over here. But do we know this is a higher high in the first place? I know that, okay, yes, break higher high already. The next question is, where will they sustain? Same thing lah, because you have a range area break already, you need them to hold certain area ma. Where are they going to hold? Are they going to hold previous area they broke, or are they going to hold at the demand that they formed before the burst? Right? So with that, right, you will know that this whole area here is a higher high when this guy is formed. Okay, this guy formed already. That's the first point. How to confirm this guy is formed? Same thing lah. Is as long as they come down, they don't have subsequent candle going down. It's the last point before the rejection. This rejection lah, basically rejection of the lower end or the higher end. Okay, then they move. Okay, but of course at this point you don't know whether they can move higher than this area, right? Because they are still running. So, but then what you can confirm is the uptrend might be starting, because I just clear everything again. I just draw for you again. You have a previous reaction over here, okay, which is formed by this area. You have a previous area over here before the whole up move appear. Before this, you see, it just took two candles, right? They clear already. They clear this 32 already. Then they start holding. But at this point, you don't know whether they hold at where, right? Because you have a high. Yes, price get rejected, nothing, but you cannot call this a higher low yet, because the price itself, there's not a proper range area they are forming. Okay, so until they start moving into this area, showing rejection, clearing the previous higher high. Okay, so you know that you have a higher high, clear already, you have a higher low, right? So subsequent movement, when price start to move, right, it's always looking for the same area where they broke away from. Okay, so always remember, it's not a candle by candle kind of higher high. You need a proper high and a low to have a higher high or higher low, or lower high or lower low. Okay, you must have a proper V basically because in the range area, range is just basically like one block okay, the block you need to have proper M or W. You need price to hit the top, hit the bottom basically. You cannot a single candle hit the top and bottom, then you call it a range. It's not. Okay, because it's just basically the candle itself is just moving itself. It's basically, you see, these few candles over here. This guy here is not a range. Okay, it might look like because the top hit the candle hit the top, the candle hit the bottom, but this area here is not a range. You must be very clear on this. This area here is not a range. Okay, as long as it's side to side candles, you don't have a proper high and low within the movements, right? Then it's not a range. It's just candle doing its things. Okay, so once you can identify your range, you can identify your high and low, right? Then it's very easy to spot your trend already, and very easy for you to see what you want to do. Okay, because it's basically just two things that you can either do. You can either long once they sustain the price, or you can long when they start to break and sustain. So it's the same idea. It's always the same idea. Of course, for now, like I explained already, it's very hard to have the understanding that, wow, why would I want to buy it at such an expensive price? Because price already moving already, I want to catch the lowest point. I want to catch the sniper entry. But to be very frank, right, I would just say that it's better that if you have it's better than if you have confirmation for your triggers. Okay, yes, the price is. I give you an example lah. Okay, now I need to I now talk about this. I need to explain even clearer because I don't want you to have the understanding that wow, I must be a sniper to make profit. I give you an example like gold. Okay, those that know that, those that have been listening to my webinar will know that I trade gold. All right. So I give you an example. You see, the sniper entry is over here, 238.60. Okay, this is the high lah. Okay, but doesn't mean you need to hit here, then you can make this profit there. No, because the thing is, even if you trigger here, right, you might not even take profit until here, ma. It's not like as if you trigger sniper, right? You will hold it out all for life. You don't, ma, right? It's either you take profit based on monetary value, or you take profit as long as you hit to the next level, right? Then you are done already, ma. So it's not necessary that you always need to have a sniper entry to make money. Okay, it's the same thing. You see, go last week, very easy, very clear. Of course, this is not a daily chart, lah, right? Because I do intraday, so I just looking at it on a lower time frame. But it's the same idea. I have a range area, price up to break away. As long as they cannot sustain itself above, means it want to go down. It's the same as all these levels. It's just because in the day itself, by right, gold is doing a uptrend, right? Price is doing a high, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, lower low. Okay, so this is where I start to see, okay, gold is not going to go higher anymore. Because from this point, this candle itself is where China just suddenly say, okay, I'm not going to buy gold anymore. We have this $20 drop in a 30-minute candle, right? Then price never come back to test already. You see all these candles, nothing. So the only trigger that I managed to find, right? Because all this impulse movement, I miss already. I don't want to go and chase because you don't know what they're going to do. The only time I have something is when they start forming this guy over here, which is the same idea. I have a range. They form a range. They form a range at the previous range, right? It's the same idea. They form at the previous level that they supposed to sorry. They form at the level where they are supposed to hold previously. Okay? They try to go higher, fail to go higher. Try to go lower, we have a low low. They try to go higher, we have a lower high. Price start to break already, I find a trigger over here. Like over at this area. Of course, it's intraday lah, so it's very different from like when you trade equities. But I just trying to give you the understanding that it's not necessary you need to be at the top to make money. Okay, but of course, all this is come from like you will have a lot of your mindset, your mental will be very different because when something runs so far already, can it go higher? Like I explained to you, what go higher can continue to go higher and continue to go even higher. It can because market is always running on market sentiments. Okay, it's not like wow, I hit $100, that's too expensive, I cannot go higher. If you want to go higher, it will still go higher one regardless, right? So end of the day, TA is just like this. It's not like you see what today run too much, I cannot go already. It can, but you just need to make sure that whether the structure is still there, it's still in your favor. Okay, whether price is still sustaining itself, it is, then yes, it will still continue to go. At least for a while, at least during that trading session itself. Then you over there, I mean, the longer you hold, the more factors that you need to put in, like factors that you need to decide whether you want to get out or continue to stay in. Okay, so I'm just trying to use this to explain to you that you don't need to be a sniper to have proper trigger. Okay, because if end of the day, like I give you NVIDIA lah, okay, say very frankly, okay, if you have been looking at NVIDIA chart, right, wow, you have remember in 2022, 2023, wow, they are trading $130, $160. At this point, everyone is looking at downtrend on the NVIDIA. Correct or not? You see this area, it's a clear downtrend. It's the same idea, which I tell you need to have this area where price starts to break. Okay. Of course, at this point, hindsight easy for me to say, right? Everyone will tell me, wow, hindsight, very simple. You just look at the chart, you know where the price is, right? But I just want to share with you is the understanding of the chart itself, right? If you know is as long as you can find the most of the money is made when the price is trending lah, to be honest. Okay, it's not when they are range bound. Range bound, yes, maybe you can make money here and there, but the real money is made when they are trending. Okay, so maybe a lot of people at this point, wow, $180 NVL, very expensive. But who knows? Well, I mean, after that, it really went to 1,000 plus, right? Within a year, right? A lot of people 10x the NVIDIA already. Really, those that really bought and hold up. I mean, then again, it might be fluke when they triggered. I don't know. Okay, or it might just be wow. I just like the company. I buy and hold. right? There can be a lot of factors, but what I'm trying to explain is, as long as the chart sustain the early stages of the trend, right? And the trend just keep continue to have this higher high, higher low, your uptrend will always be intact until they start shifting. Then that's where you need to be worried of your positions. Otherwise, to be very frank, everything higher high, higher low, right? You can hold forever, you will just always keep running it. Okay. So yeah lah, I just wanted to share with you about the range and how to look at this trend thing lah. Okay, because it's not always that you need, oh, okay, wow, trend, easier way, you pull EMA come out, right? It will just show you whatever I explained to you, ma. There's no difference one. They will just show you the right. You want to look at like longer period, right? You just put into like what 100, right? Nowadays people like to use like 100, 200 lah, 200 lah. Oh, then metal smoothing you use EMA lah. So it will still show you it's a uptrend ma. So there's no difference. You see the turning point is the same area where price starts to break away from ma, right? It will still be the same area one. When price start to slowly turn, we know that gradually price start to break already. It's the same idea, right? So that's why also why over time do I use indicator? I prefer I mean if I need to use I use lah, but I prefer not to lah, because the chart itself price action, you know the market structure, you know how price supposed to be running, right? It will just be the same throughout. Okay. Then okay lah, I think I overrun already. So some counters I will put in Telegram. Okay, if you have any really some burning questions that I need to answer now, right? Please ask. I give you 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. If nothing, right? All the other counters I throw into the Telegram. OT go and see lah. Then yeah, I think with that I give you 2 minutes. Any other questions? If don't have, I will end off this webinar for now. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope to, I mean, I those that been around hearing my webinar, right, know that I really enjoy doing, I enjoy talking about TA lah, right? That's why I tell you, if you really have anything that you really need to ask me every day, right, I might not be doing the monthly webinar anymore. Okay, I might not be doing the weekly webinar anymore. But if you really have anything about TA, you just drop me a text, give me a call, whatever lah. Okay, I got time, I confirm reply to you one. Okay, because I like talking about TA. Okay, it can be indicators, anything. It doesn't mean it must be what I share with you. It don't have to be. If you want to tell me about indicators, I mean, there's a few of you ask me about like strategy lah, whether your strategy, how can tweak a bit here and there. I will share with you what I know. So I'm not telling you what I know is 100% now, okay? But I will share with you my experience through the years of TA and how I slowly just grinded to be able to make a living out of it, basically. Right. So yeah, anything TA related, you can just let me know. Okay. Yeah, so any other things don't have, then I think the next time you hear from me will be a while later. Okay, I will see if I can squeeze something out, like some session here and there, maybe. Okay, but I see if I can speak to most of you again. Okay, my Telegram. Okay, y'all got the Poems TA Telegram. Are y'all all inside the Poems TA Telegram group? Yeah, because in Poems TA Telegram group, later never mind. Later I will just drop a message in the Poems TA Telegram, right? Then then that's my Telegram already. You can just drop me a text. Okay, just feel free. Drop me a text. You want to call me, can also lah. Basically, I work until 4 a.m. Okay, I'll be in office until 4 a.m. So you got any question, you can just ask lah. Okay. Then with that okay, wait let me see let me just check my Telegram ID whether is it the same. If it's the same, then you can just add me regardless hang on yeah, okay, never mind. Later I will just drop a text in the Poems TA. Okay, then any questions, you just let me know. TA wise, sorry, not TA wise, webinar wise, if I got time, I will try to do in a few months, right? But otherwise, I will try to speak to you guys soon lah. Okay. I hope you enjoy today's session. Okay. I know I talk a lot, quite draggy but I hope you enjoy it. Hopefully you learn something out of it, or maybe you gain something from it. Okay. So with that, I will end this webinar. All right. Today is Tuan Wu Jie, right? I heard I just heard from them. Today Tuan Wu Jie. Okay. Happy. I don't know what is it called in English. Okay, but I don't know lah. I don't know what is it lah. Okay, basically you eat a dumpling one, right? Okay. Have a good night. All right, trade safe and stay safe. Anything, just let me know. Okay, I can just go through with everyone lah. Okay, but for that I will do on Telegram. Okay, because to go through a webinar with like okay lah. This one I won't say much, but I will talk to you guys again. Thank you very much for your time. Right, good night. Stay safe, trade safe. Bye bye.